Welcome to Ghetto Gossip, where all the gossip goes down right here. Today's topic is interracial relationships. Who's hated the most, white women or black men? And why is it such a bother when someone uses the N-word? So you have your take on it, you can give us a call at 915-5202. And remember, if you don't like what you're watching and you don't like what you're about to hear, Comcast has over 400 channels. You can turn the channel. And our guest today is Michael Bam Bam White. You might seen him in Unstoppable with Denzel Washington. Your pause button has to be working because that's the only way that you would have saw him. Also, he was in Army Wives. That's the Lifetime movie. So right after this commercial break and this Rick Ross video, we will be back with Michael Bam Bam White. Back to you. Welcome back to Ghetto Gossip. Our guest for today is Mr. Michael Bam Bam White. We're going to get on the topic of interracial relationships, also the N-word. Why is it bothering so many people now when you use the N-word when actually everybody uses the N-word? Mr. Bam Bam, what you think about the N-word first? I guess we start
the N-word, first of all, if you got to say the N-word, you might well say nigga. I mean, why would you not? Well, I mean, what is the N-word? Nigga. So,
okay.
So if we're going to allow white people to use the slogan, the N-word, might well just let them say nigga. Because it's the same thing. When you say the N-word, what just popped in your head? Nigga. Exactly. So might well go ahead and say it.
We said it, but they were thinking it.
And in order to say the N-word in your mind, I know exactly what you're saying to yourself.
Yeah, nigga.
Actually, in your mind, you might be saying motherfucking nigga, but you just say nigga. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so what is it when you have a white friend and you say to him, pass me that juice, my nigga?
Well, I have a white homeboy. I have a few white homeboys, and I do call them homeboys simply because when I did call them for gas money, they did give it to me, and they have never asked back for it. So they are my friends. And I got one or two that do use the word nigga. And the first time I heard them say it, they weren't talking to me. They were talking to another white dude. So I was like, well, I mean, if he talking to the white boy, I guess you can use nigga. I guess, you know. But if he would have said it to me first, I don't know how I necessarily would have felt. But he's never called me my nigga or anything like that. And I think
But he said it to his white friends.
Oh, he said it to his white homeboys, his Asian homeboys. Yeah, and he used it very freely. And when he said, the funny thing is everybody else look at me to see, because normally I'm the only black dude around when I'm around these people. Because these are real white people, not like Southside white people. These are real white people, like Powhatan white people. So yeah, so he uses it. And I don't necessarily get offended. I get an uncomfortable feeling sometimes simply because it can create an uncomfortable moment.
Right.
Not necessarily because I'm offended, because I know he's not trying to be derogatory towards me or anybody else he's talking to. It's just a slogan that black people have made it into. So
have you ever asked him about it?
No. And the reason I never asked him about it is because, once again, he's never said it to me.
Let me ask you this. What's the difference in when we say the N-word, I guess nigga, and the word cracker? Both of those are like racist words. So what's the difference? Why do we get mad if I say that to you?
Simply, this is what I think.
Or honky.
See, my nigga, the word nigga has been used so much that the power in the word nigga is now gone. It doesn't exist anymore. Really, when you say the word nigga,
cracker
it just
goes so much, especially when you're hungry.
Yeah, in that aspect, yeah, you're right. But as far as when you talk to white people, I mean, yeah, cracker is a little bit more, it hits a little harder simply because the dust ain't off of it yet.
Right.
Hunky hits a little harder because the dust ain't off of it. Nigga, it ain't even really that. Nigga don't, nigga. N-I-G-G-A. It ain't even ER no more. They didn't even change the spelling, so.
Yeah, it got its own spelling because I actually looked it up in the dictionary.
Oh, yeah, it's actually in the dictionary with the Ebonics term. Yeah, you remember the teacher? Did you hear about the teacher that got fired? Because the black kid called him a nigga, he called a kid a nigga back, and he got fired.
No, what happened with that?
The black kid, it was somewhere, and the black kid wouldn't do something. And the black kid said, I'm that nigga. So the white teacher was like, well, if you want to be that nigga, you can't be that nigga and also excel in life or something like that. Well, of course, the white man got fired. Why? Because he used the word nigga, even though he was right. He was right. And he explained himself. He said, yes, I use the word nigga, but I use the N-I-G-G-A. He said, I did not say But then at that moment, I was thinking, in your mind, you were just thinking nigger.
Yeah, okay.
You might have been thinking motherfucking nigga.
I want to say it was Michael Collier that said the word nigger, if you look it up, it means a lazy person.
It does.
Okay, so when you say lazy person, you got who doing what job?
Well, it's also lazy and also dumb. Nigga means dumb as well.
So if they got us to pick the cotton, then they were lazy because they never did any work.
Yeah, but we were ignorant. That's also the meaning of the word nigga.
But they're nigga too because they was lazy.
Yeah, they were lazy. But see, here's the thing. Let me tell you how this works. Let me tell you how business works. In business, the people that do the less make the most. Because what they do, a true business-minded person knows all you do is find people that are better at what you can't do.
Right. And
put them to work for you. And then in the end, you get the final penny.
Right.
That's business. So, yeah, niggas work. You know, Mexicans, they work. Yeah, you know, we work.
Mexicans are the real niggas, you think?
Is it? Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, have you ever seen a Mexican get excited?
Not really.
Mexicans
on payday. I used to work in the store and he's coming by the Corona.
Have you ever dated a Latino dude?
No.
Never dated a Latino. Have you ever dated outside your race?
No.
Oh, we're going to get to that topic next. We're going to talk about that next.
Will I?
Would you?
If he has some money.
So it has nothing to do with black or white. It has everything to do with green.
No, yeah, I'm not racist. I just like colors. Green.
Oh. Understood. So, all right, then let me ask you, okay, all right, being a black woman, I'm a black dude. Okay. Okay, now you'll date a white dude if it got something to do with green. But what if I date a white chick? How you feel about that?
That's your business.
Okay, so you cool with it?
I don't care.
Okay, so
what do I have to do with who you date? You date who make you happy, not what the color of her skin is.
But wouldn't you agree that in today's time, if a black dude dating a white chick, for some reason, he still gets...
He what, a sellout?
Sellout, or whatever. And see, here's where I think the problem lies.
I'm going to tell you why they probably go to the white women. Why black men might go to white women. I might be wrong, but I'm just speaking what I feel.
Okay.
I think the black men go to the white women because we don't know how to shut the hell up. We talk too much.
Wow.
And they do what they supposed to do and shut the hell up. We want to and they be
Did you hear that, ladies and gentlemen? It came from a black woman's mouth.
That's just how I feel. Woo. We don't. We want to wear the skirts and the pants.
But why do you think it's all right then? Why? Well, okay, and I agree with you. I think you're right because my last girlfriend was she was Dominican and black. Mm-hmm. All right, so she was very Dominican, and I would tell you whenever she started talking, that was it. If we got into an argument at 6 o'clock in the morning, I knew the rest of my day was done. It was over. My day was done, and hopefully it wasn't Monday because that's the whole week.
Okay, we got a caller on the line. And we're going to take a call. We're going to
see what they got to say.
I think we done started something. What you think?
I hope we done started something. I want to know what they got. I want to know what the folks got to say.
Ghetto gossip.
Yo.
Hello.
Yo, how you doing, Chris? What's up?
I'm fine. How you doing?
Yeah, y'all started something for real. For real talk, y'all done started something. And you know what? You my chick for that. Because it take a lot for a black woman to say what you said.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's the truth.
Just real talk. And it ain't that black women, run off, but they do have a tendency to try to be the man in the relationship too.
Exactly.
And a white woman, she'll more or less play a position. She'll be, she'll sit back, she'll let you do what you do. She might say something or come out her neck, you know what I'm saying? But she'll more like play a position and stay back with it.
Exactly.
And she'll co-sign.
Yeah, most definitely. And that's a good question.
I mean...
Where you calling from, my man?
Oh, I'm calling from VA, cuz I'm in the West End right now. This is Big Boo, man.
Big Boo. All right,
you know what it is.
So, Big Boo, what you think about the N-word?
On that note right damn. I feel them because the power been taken from it. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing for us to say nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's not. That's my nigga right there. And as far as the honky and the cracker, it won't no power to take away because they had us. You know what I'm saying? All those years, you know, feeling so sorry for ourselves, they wouldn't think that there would be a negative word to them. Right. That's just like it's all good, you know. They can say it like now, you know, amongst themselves, and it'll be nothing.
What would you agree with? Would you agree with this point that the word nigga, because the power's been taken out of the word nigga, it's gone? Because when a nigga say nigga, he don't mean no harm. Even sometimes now when a white person say nigga, they don't mean no harm. However, when you say cracker, you know exactly what I mean. I mean cracker.
But nigga is almost like a slang word too.
Exactly. When you say
like everybody using their little slang terms.
You done did, you know, to my ancestors, you done did this, you done did that. Cracker, man, please.
You said cracker, nigga, please.
Well, yeah. So do you think the word nigga is almost like another slang word that they use? Because everybody's using it. Just like everybody uses slang.
They look at it like a slang. Like I said, it's been said so much, and the way we say it, it's so smooth with it now. I mean, that's what black people do. We take a negative and turn it into a positive.
And make it smooth.
All our life.
Yeah.
All our life. That's how we are where we at right now.
Yeah, most definitely. And we're going to keep rising like that because anything they throw at us negative, we're going to flip it on them.
Exactly. So I'm going to let you go, my nigga, and take this next call.
All right, boy, out the West End.
Thanks for calling. Well, I mean, that was positive. What you thought about that? I
thought he was dead on. You know, we done went through so much to say the word nigga and take the power from it. Hey, if that's what we choose to use. Now I understand that there are a lot of black revolutionary people out there that are very offended when they hear another black person call another black person because of the past tense of the word.
Yeah, right.
My opinion is it's just that.
Just that.
Past tense.
Ghetto Gossip.
Hi, my name is Devon.
Yes, how you
What's
doing?
What's up, Devon?
I'm good. I have a comment to make about interracial dating.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Well,
let's sit up.
I feel, and not only do I feel, but it's a scientific fact that black women have more testosterone than other races of women. And I think that it's been naturally derived. You can check any science book for this information. Because black women, when the men were sold into slavery, they became the head of their household. And now you see so many families where the mother or the black woman is the head of the family. So we are naturally stronger. So yes, we do have more mouth, but we're stronger. We're not frail women. So you get that. So there's positives to that, and it's negatives. We don't know how to shut up, Crystal. I'm going to agree with you, but there's a reason for that.
We 2 for 2.
Well, I mean, it's the truth. I know for me, I don't know when to shut up. You know, I'm gonna keep it going. But you also have white women that are strong back. You know, have strong backbone too. That can do the same thing as as run the household.
Yeah, but they don't. When white women snap, they don't cuss at you. They just.
Have you seen Snap?
No, they just kill
you.
Have you seen Snap? Yeah, and what happens at the end of Snap?
Have you seen Snap?
That's another level, Crystal.
Okay, and you never seen a black woman on there, so you do have white women that have that.
Crystal,
I have seen more white women on Snap than black women.
What you about to say, baby?
But they are on there.
Yeah, very few. So you have some strong white women that just not gonna take it.
I think with white women,
but it's another level. I think it's another level.
I agree with you because I think with white women, what it is sometimes they can be submissive, and when you are submissive to someone that's not fulfilling you, then it builds up. And what happens is because they are submissive, when they finally get tired of it, they are so tired that they just go over the edge. Where a black woman cuts it off in the beginning. I'm not taking this shit today, and you ain't gonna never do it again.
Okay, but that's the thing. But when the black man say he hungry and she tell him make your own sandwich, that white woman gonna feed him, take him out to eat.
Oh,
so what you don't do, somebody else will.
Oh,
and they do everything that we not gonna do. So when they end up with colored men, why you get mad?
But I agree with what she was saying earlier when she first started talking, in the aspect that black women have been the head of the household. Part of it. Now I'm gonna say I'm probably about to kill. I'm about to break man law. Sorry, fellas out there.
But if you wasn't paying the rent,
part of it is the man's fault.
Yeah.
But if you won't pay the rent, what I tell you?
Get
be
out.
a man or be a man. You know what I'm saying? So now when the bills due, I want you to be the man. But when the bills paid, I'm the one man. You know what I'm saying?
But I just said part of it is a black man's fault. Simply because black men have not been as a whole, as a culture, we haven't been what we're supposed to be in the home.
That's right.
So do you think it's a problem with interracial relationship dating? Excuse me, hello?
Caller?
No, I don't. I mean, I have a child by someone who's not even from this country.
Well, we're not talking about from the country. We talk about, black.
Yes, I mean, and that's still relevant. But what I'm saying to you is, I would have and have dated all races. I'm talking about Russian, Asian. I mean, the whole gamut. I have dated Mexican, Puerto Rican. I don't care.
Okay.
Okay. What's your name, sweetie?
I'm Devon.
And where you calling from?
Right now I'm in Mechanicsville. I live in the East End.
Okay.
All right, we thank you for calling. We're going to take this next caller.
Okay.
Thanks,
Devon.
Okay.
But I will say it's part of our fault. It's part of a man's fault. However, what the problem double backs is when you finally get a man that's worth something, you treat him like crap too.
Ghetto gossip. Ghetto gossip. Ghetto gossip.
They not there.
What I don't understand why people, like, if me and you black.
Okay. Yes, we are.
We just got to date black people. If two people over here is white, they just got to date white people. I just feel like if you get shot and I get shot, we both gonna bleed red. We both gonna have to go to the hospital. We both gonna be the same. When you die, you know what I'm saying, we both gonna turn colors. So what difference do it make who I date? We all are the same. I put it like this, they just lighter than I am.
Well, the reason people are like that, and this is one part I understand, the core principle of the culture itself is saving the culture.
Okay. Ghetto gossip.
Yeah, I have a comment for, I guess, the last call in Devon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He trying to holler.
I just want to make a comment. I think there's a little bit of confusion. Strength, I don't think, is defined by how much mouth you got. You know what I'm saying? I think strength, some of the most strongest women didn't say nothing. They just sat down like Rosa Parks. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want it to get it confused just because all women got a lot of mouth, and that's just something known, and that's not a problem. But I just wanted to make that point.
But that's what I said.
But I like your point. I appreciate you calling in, bro. I like his point. He right. Strength does not mean how loud you can yell.
Exactly.
It's what you got behind that yell. That's what strength is. Thanks for calling, fam.
Thank you. Okay, so I think I was part right.
Yeah, you were. You were. No, I think you were fully right. I think there was just more to it.
Right.
Yeah, you were fully right. It's a lot more to it. I mean, it's a complex thing. I mean, you get black dudes that. The joke in the comedy industry, every black white joke has to do with a black dude with a fat white chick.
Right.
And it seems like the reason people say that is because you got the black dude who really can't get a white chick, and then you got the white chick, who can't get a black chick, and then you got the white chick who just want anybody.
Right.
So she'll sign her name on a piece of paper so he can get him a 1992 Kia Spectra, and they drive around every day and be happy. So that's the joke. But I do think there are white men
that they talk less about with black women.
Yeah, but I think white men is who really hate the relationships interracial. Oh, yeah. I'm not saying all white dudes, not the white dudes. I'm talking about the white man. The white man.
The man. You talk about?
Yeah, I'm talking about the man. Yeah, okay. The man.
Ghetto gossip.
Yes. How you doing?
I'm fine.
I have a question for the gentleman there. He said black men as a culture are not taking care of what they're supposed to be taking care of in the household. My dad, my mom raised 13 of us by themselves, Me and my wife have raised 5 kids by ourselves. I'm a black man, God-fearing black man. Hold mine down. Put 3 of my kids through college. It's kind of deep for you to sit there and say, as a whole, me being a black man, as in the culture, that all black men ain't take care of what they're supposed to be taking care of in the household.
Okay, now let me respond back to you, bro. Let me respond. Okay, hold on, you're going too far into it.
There's some black brothers out here that's
hold on, you're going too far into it before you understand everything I said, fam. Listen to everything. Don't listen to what triggers your emotions. What I said was, black men as a culture has failed at being fully a man. But I also said that when a black woman does get a good man that is worth everything that he should get, she bulls him. She pushes him out the way too. So I'm not saying that every black man is bad or every black man don't handle their business. Now, I got a daughter too. I handle my business. So it ain't about that. It's about, if you go to the hood, look in the hood, man. Look at the dudes in the hood.
You said as a culture. That threw me off. You said as a culture.
But as a culture, we haven't done what we should do. Because I'm going to tell you why. Most black men, when they finally get everything that they want to get, they don't even go back to the hood and help another black man. So as a culture, we have failed. As a culture, I'm not saying individuals haven't done great, because there have been individuals. My pops.
You said most. Before you said all black men. Now you said most.
No, I didn't say the word all. I said black men as a culture. I didn't say the word all, because I did follow up with the fact that there are black men that are doing great things for the community. There are black men that are doing great things for their family. And I wish,
no doubt,
I wish that every black man, not the ones that are just doing something, every black man would go back and grab 2 brothers. Think about if every black man that's doing good went back and grabbed 2 brothers. I ain't saying give them nothing. No, don't give them nothing, but teach them, train them. But we're not doing that. Most of us move out, man. So a lot of us move. What you said, brother?
A lot of us move out and stay out.
Most of us move out, stay out. Once we move out, we stay out. So, I mean, it is a blessing for you to have a father that was in the household, that was doing this thing, that raised you to be who you are, to the fact that me saying that.
No doubt.
Yeah, by me saying that, that triggered your emotions, which says a lot about you and your father. So I appreciate your dad, and you too. But I had to
break it down a little bit.
I appreciate y'all too. Y'all hold it down. Y'all have a blessing.
All right, my dude, you too, man. God bless. Woo.
Okay. You need a drink?
No, I'm good. I'm good. But I appreciate that caller, though. I appreciate that caller because he stood up for the black men that are out there.
Exactly.
That are doing things.
Ghetto gossip.
Yes, peace. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm just going to make my comment. I'm going to hang up if that's all right.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, my name is, this is Dr. Jackson. I'm the author of the book, The Condemnation of the Goddamn Nigger. And I think the word nigger is a derogatory word. Should not be used, and there's nothing positive in it. We are beyond that. We are gods and goddesses. I don't think all black women talk too much. I have a beautiful queen. Yes, some of us have gotten into the nigger mentality, but overall, we are beautiful, strong, and intelligent people. So I just want to say that. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks, Doc. I like his point.
Okay, but I know me. I know this black woman talk too much. I know I'm not going to shut up.
Well, and
I know I want the last word.
And he also, once again, I'm a word listener, I'm a wordsmith. He did use the term not all black women, which means he's not saying all black women aren't.
I said, I know what I do, and it was my opinion.
Yeah, but I also think with people like him, like me, we talked about the word nigger and the fact that the word nigger should be just, whatever. And that's what I feel. But I understand his point as well. The fact that it is a derogatory word. If you go back and look at where it did come from, it shouldn't exist at all. However, I just don't feel that the word is going to go anywhere. So why are we fighting something that's going to be here? I think just let it be what it is, take the power out of it by ignoring the fact of where it did come from and moving forward. And that's just my opinion. I can't speak for Doc. I can't speak for you, nobody else. That's just what I think.
I think if I look back and think back to like half of the rap songs that's out, I think nigga is in there like 5 times at least.
Now, but when you get into rap and when you get into music and popular music that come over the radio station, you have to keep in mind that is ran by people and they understand the psychological effects of playing something in the people's ear over and over again. And that's what keeps certain things alive. That's also what keeps mentalities alive.
And that's what I think kept nigger alive.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's part of what kept nigga alive. Absolutely.
Ghetto gossip.
Peace, sister, brother.
How you doing, sister?
Oh, I'm doing good. I would just like to comment on you all. First and foremost, I would like to thank you all for the conversation.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And also, what I would like to say in comment to your word about the word nigger not going anywhere, I think if we read the book, I have read that book, The Condemnation of the Goddamn Nigger. If we know and realize where the origin of that word comes from and who the original nigger is, I think that word would disappear. I would encourage you all, if you can, to get a copy of it so you can read it and understand the detrimental of it. And as far as black women talking too much, well, I would say that black women are opinionated, but according to the word of God, there is much power in silence. We don't always have to get our point across. We don't always have to yell and fuss back. I am married, and I get a lot of blessings from my husband just by being silent. That's a stereotype that black women have, that we talk too much and that we run our mouths too much. And that's why black men turn away from us. Well, if we just sit there and be what God has called us to be and ordained us to be and be graceful and quiet, we can get a lot accomplished for the black man. Because the first thing he's going to want to do is, what's wrong with my queen? Why she's not talking? That's his expectation from the black man. And that's the reason why they want to run away. But if you want him to respect you, be quiet. And then he will come to you because he want to know why you're quiet. And once he's quiet, you're quiet, you will have his undivided attention. That's how I feel, and that's an opinion, and not only an opinion, that's a fact. I've tried it, and I've tested it, and I've been married for 16 beautiful years. Now, I'm telling you from a sister's point of view. Peace, love, blessings.
Thank you so much, sister. Amen. Now, I don't know if you noticed, she had that look. She was about to start preaching. That lady was about to start preaching.
See, but I bet you this. The lady that just called and the man that called, I bet you they was husband and wife.
They may have been. They may have been. That's funny. However, I will say you can be husband and wife in that situation because both of their points were valid.
Right.
You know, whether I agree with somebody or not, if you can make a point that's valid, I'm okay with your point.
But what she said and what I said was right. I said that I do talk too much, and I said that with the white women, they don't say nothing. That's why the black men go there, because they shut up.
And she's right, but I think the point she was making is to really emphasize what you were saying.
Right.
And I think she was probably giving black women a remedy to what the problem is. Turn it around. Be quiet. I can attest to what she just said in the aspect that every argument I've gotten into with the black woman, any of my girlfriends, I've only had one white girlfriend, we can talk about that later. But every argument I've ever gotten with any female that I've been into a relationship with, it never got anywhere. Why? Because it was an argument. But whenever she was quiet, and she knew I was upset, and she was quiet, and it may have been a day, I always went back to sit down and talk. Hey, what's up? What's the deal? And it would always work. We would always get past it without arguing for 3 days and then finally doing it and then not even, resolving the issue, and 6 months later come back again. So she's right.
Right, but what she said was right, because a lot of times when I do sit around and, put the egg on or not say nothing, they tend to come around, well, what's wrong? Because I'm not saying anything. So they do come and say, what's wrong?
But when
it's abnormal.
But when they say what's wrong, once again, your approach can either be that of, I don't even want to deal with you right now. Or you can turn around and say what's wrong without yelling or giving an attitude of what's wrong.
Now, you my boyfriend.
Okay.
I'm quiet.
Okay.
And you ask me what's wrong.
What's wrong? What's wrong, baby?
Get out my face, nigga.
See what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get out her face and go over there to Becky because she going to co-sign for me to get a Kia Spectrum.
Exactly. Exactly.
But she made a good point. But I dated a white chick. I dated one white chick. One white chick in my life. And I didn't date her because she was white. I dated her because it was the environment I was in, and she was the chick that was the most interesting to me.
Right.
And we dated. And I will say it is a difference. It's a tremendous difference People do look at you regardless of where you at. I was in the toll booth on Powhite. And I'm driving. She's sitting in the passenger seat.
But look where you was. Say where you was again. Slow.
On Powhite.
Slow.
Powhite. So I'm going to the toll booth on Powhite. And this lady was sitting in the toll booth, and I gave her my $1 to get the change back, and she went to reach for my $1, and she saw the white girl sitting there with me. It was a black woman. She saw the white girl sitting there with me, and she put her head back in, pulled her pocketbook out, got a piece of peppermint, unraveled the peppermint, put the peppermint in her mouth, grabbed a mirror, looked in the mirror, put the mirror down, got the $1, and told me I need to learn my colors. That was the experience I had at Powhite. And you know what? That lady still worked there today. I hope y'all watching on Powhite. I hope y'all watching in the break room. And then, yeah, lady, I'm talking to you. Yeah.
Which booth?
She was in the first booth.
Northbound, southbound.
Redbone, light-skinned chick. I was going southbound at the time. But I think she worked both sides, north and south. Yeah.
Was she short?
I think she's probably a tall, slim chick.
She had a mole on her face?
I don't remember, but she had glasses on.
Sure.
Yeah. So if there are any light-skinned black women with glasses on working at Powhite, you about to get called in the office.
So, with the interracial relationship, and then I guess one of my viewers called me and actually wanted me to do a show on interracial relationships, but I think he wanted to talk about how people get together as a black and white couple and have a baby. Does it affect the child when the child get older?
It does affect the child when the child get older, simply because ignorance remains from the past. You know, and as long as ignorant, because I'm sure you've heard the term if you put two babies of different races in a crib, they're gonna play together like just two babies.
Exactly.
But they don't know. They don't know racism exists. They don't know that they're not supposed to be playing together in some other people's mind. They don't understand that. So as those kids get older, then they start to learn the ways of the world.
Right.
And unfortunately in America, not just America, because you get outside America and look into other countries, racism exists everywhere. This is not just an American thing. But they learn that I'm not supposed to like you. You're not supposed to like me. I'm not supposed to go to this neighborhood. They learn that.
So if you dated a white woman, y'all had a baby, so the baby would be mixed. So Black History Month, do they celebrate the whole month of Black History or just half?
No, after Valentine's Day is over.
But you know that's why the guy got booted off the show when he the Obama lookalike, because that's what he said. He said Michelle celebrate the full month and Obama celebrate half.
Oh, that's funny. Gary Owen, my boy, he got a joke where he talked, because Gary Owen is married to a black chick. Comedian,
he's a white guy.
Yeah, white guy, white comedian Gary Owen. Shout out to Gary. And he married to a black chick, and he got a joke like that. He said his son called me like, "Hey, Dad, why you not at home?" "I know why you ain't home, because it's Black History Month. You don't think we want you around this month." And he tell his son, "Well, you can't celebrate the whole month. You half white. You stop at Valentine's Day." So yeah, he goes, no, but I will say this though. I'm gonna tell you the incredibleness, if that's a word, of interracial couples. Regardless of whether
if that word you just said, gotta be a word. If brutalist is a word.
If beautifulest is,
you remember the most brutalist thing in this word? Remember the song?
It's just like that.
So we can come up with a word.
But I was gonna say, I think with interracial couples, regardless of whether the two people are ugly or not, they have the prettiest babies.
Right. Two ugly people make a baby, because two negatives is a positive.
In that situation, I guess it's actually three negatives: two ugly people and interracialists, if that's a word.
But they do be pretty.
It don't matter. They make the prettiest babies. You look at their mama like, "This your mama? This ain't your mama.
It can't be your mama.
And this definitely ain't your daddy.
It sure ain't."
But they make
pretty babies.
So I guess in that aspect.
So do you think that's why sometimes the black guys go to the white women, they make pretty babies with good hair? You know, all dudes want girls with good hair anyway. So they look at like, I want my baby to have pretty hair. I want my baby to have good hair.
Well, yeah, I think that's part of it. Now, I also think, and this is, I would love for the dude that wrote the book, I would love him to call back, or anybody that can help me with what I'm about to say, because I don't want to be wrong, because I think what I'm about to say is too important to be wrong. However, if you look at the history of interracial relationships and why we call the kid black,
right,
it goes back to the 1921 one-drop rule. Are you familiar with that?
No.
What the one-drop rule is, Jim Crow had a one-drop rule. What happened was, back in those days, there were a lot of people trying to save America by having an interracial baby, saying that the future is going to be, you know, interracial, yada, yada, yada. But what Jim Crow did, Jim Crow put in this law where if you have one drip of black blood, you are to be considered black.
Right.
And that's where the mentality of a mixed kid is black.
Black and not white.
And not white.
Because I always ask that question, why is it that if it's a black woman and a white man is black, if it's a black man and a white woman is black? Like, why is it?
Well, black is the dominance in color, but let's see what this caller got to say.
Ghetto gossip?
I like to say that I think we as black people, we all have some white mixed up in us somewhere. My great auntie, my grandmother was dark, and I always wondered why my other great auntie was light-skinned, and I found out my great-grandmother had a baby by this white gangster. But they didn't talk about it back then. I'm from West Virginia, man.
That's where I'm from. What part of West Virginia? My whole family from West Virginia, but unfortunately I was born here from Charleston.
Okay, I'm from Fairmont.
Okay.
West Virginia?
Yeah. I mean, I went to an all-white high school. I graduated from high school in '69.
You was in West Virginia?
Yep.
You had no choice.
Black people in West Virginia. Virginia people got that attitude. Well, they don't think no. Black people. My granddaddy came up in the '30s.
Wow.
About my daddy. So it's black people everywhere.
You're right.
So that was the promised land. But unfortunately, they are migrating back. But we all got some white in us somewhere. My great grandmother told me, she came up on a plantation, and she told me some of her sisters look like the master's kids. So we ain't total black. I just want to throw that out.
Hey man, thanks for the call, brother.
Yeah.
And you know what? He's exactly right.
But I always say that because like all my sisters and brothers are like really, really black. Like I'm the only light one. So I used to always ask my sister and them like, why y'all so dark and why I'm so light and why y'all so dark? And she told me when my mama was pregnant with them, she fell in the mud. And I believe that story till, I got big.
You probably still believe that story?
No, I don't. I know better now. It was like she fell in the mud.
Hey, but what my man was saying, that's something I was going to touch on earlier when we were talking about why white or black cultures don't like interracial dating. Because, a lot of people want to save the culture. They want to save the purity of the culture.
Right.
However, the problem with that is he's right. Very few black people in America are fully black, all the way through. If you go back and check your ancestry, hey, if you're in Virginia, Thomas Jefferson is somewhere in your family.
Yeah, because he
was raw dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
a lot of people.
Yeah, so it's somebody in your family. Yeah, it's definitely done dug around a little bit. My great-great-grandfather's a white dude.
Well, that's what they told me too, but Yeah,
well.
Conyers, so.
But what I was saying about the other thing, the 1921 drop rule, that's also a major. Now I'm gonna set some people off when I say this.
Okay.
Oh snap! I already know this. Y'all go ahead and pick the phone up.
Okay. I'm gonna pick my drink up.
That is also part of the reason I feel that we call Obama black. Not that the fact that he is fully black, but because of that one drop rule, it has given black people a lot of pride in the fact of just taking them as our own. When the fact of the matter is, the dude's mixed.
Right.
He was raised by a white mama, raised in a white family, raised over in Indonesia. So he really has nothing black culturally much about him as much as white. Right. But I think we take him because of that one drop rule that makes him black. The color of his skin is that of a dark person. And also, Michelle is what makes him black as well. Because he could just as well be married to a white woman. Right. And we couldn't say nothing. Right. And it would be totally understandable because of his background. Right. But he married to a black woman. Not a black woman that act like a white woman. He married to a black woman. Right. Yeah. And I think that's what make Obama black. If anybody disagree with me, call. I don't mind. We can go. Let's go.
Yeah, because he's very argumentative.
I'll go.
Very. And by the way, if he kind of looked familiar to some of you all, You want to talk about the movie you was in, Unstoppable? He was actually in Unstoppable with Denzel Washington. Like I said, the movie was good. I saw the movie. It was a good movie. And when I was watching, I was like, oh, snap, that's Bam Bam. Somebody throw me the remote. I got to press pause. So I had to make sure that that's who it was. And it was Bam Bam. And I was like, oh, he didn't even tell me he was going to be in the show. I want you to tell me. Tell me what.
How the movie transpired. Shout out to my boy Wyatt Belton out there. Wyatt, shout out to you. It's a cat from Richmond, actually, that helped me get into the movie. He does hairdressing for the stars. And my other homeboy plays for the Pittsburgh Steelers, James Ferrier. Shout out to James. So I was actually in Pittsburgh going to a football game to staying at James's house. And Wyatt was in Pittsburgh shooting the movie Unstoppable. So I just went down just to hang out to see what it was like, you know, on the set. I went down, talked to the director. Well, fortunately, it was one of the directors that was from the show TV Wives. So I was able to, like, get right in. So I went in. Then the guy heard my voice. He heard me talking. He was like, we need you to say something. So I started talking. So they cut a scene with actually me talking. And then the movie came out. And here's the problem with the movie Unstoppable. I did a lot of bragging when it was coming out. I bragged.
You told everybody.
For a year.
I remember because we was at the comedy show and you told everybody to go watch the movie.
People didn't even know the movie was coming out.
No, you told them it was coming out before the movie even came out, before they even did the credits, the editing, anything on the movie. You told them he was going to be in the movie.
And then when the movie came out.
But what he didn't tell y'all was how y'all remote ready.
Because I didn't know I needed to say all that, you know. But yeah, they got me. I went and watched the movie, and I knew when my part was coming up, and I had my phone out to record my own part. My first time on the big screen, and that part didn't come up. And I was like, well, I'm coming again. And finally in the Hooters scene, I saw me. And the only reason I saw me because I was the only black face in the Hooters scene. So that's where they got me.
So you never got to spoke?
I never, they took it out.
So did you ever ask them for the little part that you was in? Just say, let me say like to brag to my friends, to, you know, say I was in the movie. Someone think I'm lying because you done told so many people.
I'm waiting on the Blu-ray.
You done told so many people.
I'm waiting on the Blu-ray.
Like, I'm starting to think you lying.
If the Blu-ray don't come out, what I'm gonna have to do is get a steal. I'm gonna have to get a steal of that particular part.
Right.
I'm gonna post it on Facebook.
That's what I'm talking about because so now we gotta look for you in the deleted scenes.
That's my last hope. Either Blu-ray or deleted scene. Deleted scene is my last hope.
Okay, so now we can talk about Army Wives.
Army Wives.
That you was in.
Now, Army Wives I never bragged on. I would just happen to be in it.
I mean, I wouldn't brag on it.
Same situation. My boy Wyatt Belton. Shout out to Wyatt again. I was doing a show in Charleston, South Carolina. And that's where Army Wives is shot. And I just ran by to, you know, meet people, and they needed some black people in the shot that day. And the guy asked me to talk. I went in and did what they call a reading, which is when you get your, they give you a piece of script and you read. So I read through and they used me, but they didn't even use me in the talking part then either.
So why do everybody take you out when you get to talking?
I think it comes down to politics. See, the fact of the matter is those people, those talking scenes, you get different percentages when it comes to movies and things of that nature. So if they put my talking part in, it changes stuff. But I'm not represented by, right now, I'm not represented by one of the top acting agencies. Right. So they got to pay these other people first. Right. You know, for me though, I just feel it's a blessing to be able to see myself doing something I envisioned myself doing years ago anyway. Okay, but the other show that you was in that you never said anything about either, it was Unstoppable, Army Wives, and you also was in Cops. We ain't never talking about that. Yeah, he was on Cops. And the liquor store, in Alabama. You know, Cops stay in Alabama. Cops stay in Alabama. He says some things, he don't say everything. Actually, I got a cousin on the first 48. He's the head detective in Birmingham. Chris Anderson, that's my cousin. Yeah, he's the head detective on the first 48. So I like watching him do his thing. Yeah, who the head person in the Cops? Because he should have been hollering at them when they got you. No. Let me tell you something. Your cousin ain't hook you up? I've never been in overnight trouble. Let's just put it that way. That's the way I call it. I've never been in overnight trouble. And if you know what I mean by overnight trouble, you know what I'm talking about. Okay. I've had to go in at 12:30, but I was out before midnight the next day. So I've never been in overnight trouble. Now, I never claim to be, you know, a lot of people think I'm this, like, cool, like, untroubled guy. You know, I was raised in the hood like everybody else.
Well, you know, I know we did the talking about the, you know, the N-word, the nigga. We did the interracial dating, and you know, we started talking about different things. But maybe you can let them know like who you are as a person and what actually you do.
Well, of course, if you don't know, I'm a comedian, been doing comedy 15 years. I started in Birmingham, Alabama in 96. Then I moved to Richmond in 96, the same year I started. And my first spot I did comedy at was at the Slip and Shackle with Orlando. And
Orlando Long.
Yeah, and I never forget, I got the phone book out when I got to Richmond.
Long, but yeah.
Orlando Robertson.
Right.
And I got the phone book out and I was looking at different clubs. I called what's the joint?
Amani's.
Planet something, playing something. Bo Jones used to own
Planet
it.
6.
Planet 6, yeah, something like that.
Oh, so Pier 7.
Pier 7, that's it. Pier 7. I called all of them. I tried it. And Orlando was the first one to like come down. But of course, I was telling lies. I was like, yeah, I've been doing comedy 10 years. Been doing it 6 months. I've been doing comedy 10 years. And I know everybody. I can get anybody you want for $300. Nigga, I told him I can get Sinbad for $300. He believed me. He believed me. So they hired me. And then they found out that I couldn't get Sinbad. But then I couldn't really get many people for $300. So, but it was the beginning of my career in comedy. Then I left after 6 and went to Armani's. That's when I started to take off in Richmond. Simply because it was no other comedians in Richmond. I was the only one. So I started, I didn't have anybody to look up to, any of that, and there was nobody to tell me I couldn't do something.
Right.
You know, so I was just out there just wilding out. And I never forget, the Armani's commercials used to come on the radio. And they used to advertise my name. You know, hosted by Michael, hosted by Bam Bam.
Michael Bam Bam White.
And the first time I heard my name on the radio was here in Richmond. Oh, what?
You went crazy.
I'm at the light. I heard it. You know, you be looking at other people call like, what station you listen to? Like, that's me.
What station was it? I want to see if you remember.
92.1.
Stop lying.
Yes.
It was not. It was 92.7 because 92.1 hadn't came out.
No, I moved there as soon as 92.1 kicked in.
No, you said 96.
No, that was, 96.
You moved 96.
And 92.1 had just became 92.1, but after 92.7. I knew about 92.7. Because I tell you, my first radio interview was with Eric, what's Eric? Eric Lee. That's my first time I ever said on the radio. Telling lies.
So let me ask you this. So are comedian liars?
Comedians are liars, but I think when it comes to comedy, the kernel statement and what we're making is the truth. Okay. You know, everything has that kernel truth. When I talk about my grandmama,
it's some truth.
It's some truth.
But now, you just stretch it with a little lie to make it funny.
You add the funny to it. Right. Exactly. But I got a couple of stories I've been doing here recently where I've just been telling them exactly how they are.
And sometimes that's funny. Because some people have funny families.
But some people think I be lying, like my joke about my cat when I was growing up. I told you that joke. No. My cat Dingaling.
Tell me again.
I had a cat when I was growing up that I named Dingaling when I was 3 years old. So my grandma used to always say, Micah, that is your cat. So I always referred to the cat as my Dingaling. And I never had a problem with Dingaling until I was in the 2nd grade. My uncle came home, told me that it was Dingaling's birthday. I called the radio station to wish Dingaling a happy birthday. And the guy ended up hanging up in my face, obviously, because I'm on the phone. And the guy was like, 107.7, who tried to wish happy birthday to? I said, my name is Michael White. I'm in 2nd grade at Price Elementary. And I want to wish my Dingaling a happy birthday. And he was like, you want to do what? I want to wish my Dingaling a happy birthday. He said, is it your birthday? I said, no. He said, well, how was it your Dingaling's birthday? I said, when I was 3 years old, my uncle brought my Dingaling home. I said, my Dingaling used to be little. Now my Dingaling big. The dude hung up in my face. I go to school, and what I didn't know was my teacher was listening to the morning show. So she don't even let me go to class. She sent me straight to the office. I go to the office, people like, Michael, what did you say on the radio station? I said, all I said was, I want to wish my Dingaling a happy birthday. That's all I say. He said, I'm calling your grandmama. He calls my grandma. My grandma picked up the phone. He said, ma'am, are you aware that Michael was on the radio station and is also be at the school talking about his Dingaling? My grandma said, oh, don't worry about it. His Dingaling is my cat. That messed everything up. When I got home, it was white Cavaliers with government tags in front of my house. They about to lock my grandmama up because of my Dingaling. But you know the funny thing was? When I got in the house, guess what the social worker was doing? Playing with my Dingaling. So that is a true story. That is a true story. That's not something that I added any lies to. That is exactly how it happened. And so we do lie sometimes. But I tell those stories. I headline the Richmond Funny Bone every year Thanksgiving week. Oh, plug. Richmond Funny Bone every year Thanksgiving week. I'll be there this week, Thanksgiving Wednesday through Sunday. Headline, I think it's like 6 or 7 shows. But this year is going to be those type stories. It's going to be stuff that happened on the road.
You did do my favorite one I wanted you to do when I told you. I said, please do the one when you do the rap.
Oh, with the white dude?
Yes, I love it.
The rap is a very impulsive thing because you never know what they're going to do.
And you never know what they're going to say.
Exactly. But I tell you, the funniest, and for those that don't, I don't want to give it away because people might come see it later.
Exactly, but it's fun.
But come see the rap. Come see the rap. I think you'll enjoy that.
Very, very much so.
All I say is the funniest is when they do what you don't expect them to do. That is when it's the most funny.
Exactly.
That is one of the most funny.
Exactly. He's hilarious. He's funny, and like he do be at the Funny Bone a lot. You want to be anywhere while you're here for the 2 weeks?
I just got done doing Virginia State University. I was doing their orientations. Today was the last show. I had 7 shows this summer with them. Other than that, tomorrow we're having a big party for my homeboy Dallas, the photographer who died in a motorcycle accident last year. So we're doing a big memory party for him. One of my best friends, R.I.P. That's my boy Spade House. If you know me, call me. I'll tell you where's that.
And this number is 301-777-9311.
You know it. and so yeah, we're gonna doing that. And I'll be doing a speaking engagement for some kids, kind of talking about entertainment at Club Aristotle. So if you never heard of Club Aristotle, go check that place out too. It's a 30 and up club here in Richmond. It's the next best thing. Trust me.
Well, you know, at this time, the show ready to wrap up is always ending early when we're having so much fun. I like to thank Caramel Video Jams for allowing me all the time to keep Ghetto Gossip going. I like to thank all my Facebook friends. Also wish Kiara Edwards get well and Jaquan Buck get well soon. I like to let y'all know Unique's Auto Parts Auto Repair. You go in, you get something done, get an oil change, and you get $50 off of service, and you get free deductibles, and also to all states, the Bullock Brothers on Williamsburg Road. Thank you, and tune in next Friday for Ghetto Gossip.